time for some Tremors. We're doing a deep dive into Trem talk. Prepare, join us, enjoy. Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And Jonathan.
Casino Guitars. Coming at you hard and fast one more time. Now,
Master Harder.
No one's ever told me that before. Please leave. It's usually what it is. I'm calling the police. But no, you're getting to buy a guitar. You've seen all these fancy little wiggle sticks and all sorts of doohickeys attached to them. Which is the right one for you? That's a question a lot of people ask. Or should you have one at all?
Ooh, ouch.
That's tricky too. Have you played a hardtail?
Wiggle stick.
Have you played a Les Paul? Well, yeah, wiggle stick and Les Paul.
But you could.
So we want to kind of dig into some of the different, basic Trems and whatnot. And just have a little fun. So we're going to get into it right now. And if you got questions, comments, just fill them below and we'll try to get to them eventually. One of our famed interns will get there.
Make Dylan do that.
He would eventually be so depressed.
He would.
He'd just kill himself.
What's so mean?
So what are you holding right now? Is this from the Fender Custom Shop?
Jaguar. No, it's not.
That is a vintage.
It is
Tromper.
from the olden days.
I believe that's a 65.
It's your something like that.
That's a pretty mint condition. Now, that is not the most standard Trem we're starting with, but it's a fun one. We're not doing it in any order here. We're just grabbing random guitars. It makes it more fun that way for us, too. So what is this one?
I mean, I guess you just call this a Jazzmaster Jaguar Trem, right? But I've always been intrigued by the little button because it locks it.
Yeah, what does that button do, Jonathan?
So, if you've ever had a floating strap bridge or a Floyd Rose and you broke a string, you were screwed.
Yes, screws.
But I guess they were trying to sort of fix that, right? So you can actually lock it so if that happens, your other strings will stay in tune.
You're in business. It's okay. Grab that. Let me hold this one. You grab the Castadosa. So you sort of compare. Yeah, these are great Trems as far as there's a real. I think they're pretty safe.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of wiggle. There's not much play though.
I mean, you're not dive bombing, but it's a pretty neat thing for that almost, which we're going to talk about this later, Bigsby style kind of warble. Somewhere in between a Strat and a
correct.
Bigsby.
It sort of lives in that sort of range. This is the mastery version of the same thing. That's what's the most popular sort of add-on or one that you buy separately in the universe. Now we'll get into these. Each one of these Trem things, they have their pros and their cons. The pros are it does that warp, that cool sound for you. The cons are it will affect the tone of your guitar.
It does.
And you're going to have a different type of play, a different snap, and a different sound entirely. We'll get into some of those that more so than these two that affect the instruments a little bit more. Let's jump right into the Gretsch family.
Ooh.
Let's go there. You grab that one over there. I'll lay this vintage guitar just down gently.
Just throw it on the floor. It's fine.
That's a horrifying moment right there. So we're holding two Gretsch Bigsby style Trem systems. These are the ones that are most iconic and the coolest.
I think so.
Right? Like that thing is fantastic. Who doesn't want that?
I don't know.
You love those things.
I
correct?
love them.
Now, I would say that there's a buyer beware type thing with the Bigsby tremolo. I like them too. They're very cool. They look amazing. They're not the easiest thing to work with. I mean, you've gotten really good at it. Because you have the player's version, right?
Yeah, I do.
So that's a little bit easier.
Just the string through it is a lot easier.
You're not pole hopping in the same way. So a lot of the times with the Bigsby, there's a little pole that you got to slide the little hole.
You got to put it in the hole. Put the metal rod in the hole.
Yes, that's what you have to do with that.
Don't let it slip off.
No, but you have to bend the string. You have to bend the string sometimes. It's like a fishing.
You do. There's all these ways. I tried all the little foam rubber ramps and all that crap and capo.
It's tricky.
You just bend it with nose pliers.
Okay, so you get it in there. You're fine. You got it hooked up. It is one of the more fun and rewarding Trem systems in the entire.
Unless you're like, you can't. If you pull too far this way, the spring will come out. But
it's really fun.
If you're just doing your,
that was just so much fun. That's
so much fun.
And these two Trems are they're similar, but they're different. When you got this, when the bar is added, it's going to take away it's a different play level.
Well, because something about that long string travel is really nice, right? And I actually think sometimes it adds to the tone. I even like Bigsby's on Telecaster. And I would dare say, I've never owned one, but I'd like to have a Les Paul.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. You see a triple humbucker with a big, how heavy can we make it? No,
19 pounds, here we come.
Now, with the Gretsch in particular, I find that the Bigsby's, It takes away a little sustain to
Probably,
me.
yeah.
Adds a little bit of snap, so you got a snappier instrument. It's fun, but that's kind of what a Gretsch with the TV Jones style sounds like anyway.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. So I think that's part of the fun. So
something about it.
So again, like not huge warble and wiggle to go all over the place, but a fun guitar to play, beautiful looking. Let's put these down for a minute.
They're all on the ground.
Let's throw it away. Let's jump into the Strat universe for a second. Can I give you this one too? Actually, I'm gonna give you this vintage guitar. I'd rather not lean that against that precarious stand.
There you go.
Bingo. Let's grab the most conventional guitar that you're probably used to seeing. Grab that gray Stratocaster because I want to have a little bit of fun with this one.
Just a normal Strat, Rich.
Yeah, he's Floyd Rose time.
Oh yeah. Should I grab another Strat?
Yeah, grab another.
See, we'll grab your Old Faithful over here.
Old Faithful. Vintage Trem system. This is not the vintage Trem system. We're having a little bit of fun with this one. So this is the guitar you get. And you see these on Charvels, Jacksons, Ibanez everywhere. If you well, you're just a hater. No, this is the most useful bridge for if you're doing hard bends, dive bombs. You're up, down, wherever you want to go. It makes me. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster when I'm playing.
Well, there's the great Floyd Rose innovator, Jack Butler, where he grabs it and goes. And that iconic true life documentary, Crossroads.
God, it was a good movie. It's one of the best movies you'll ever see. If you haven't seen Crossroads, check it out. No, so this is a whole different mechanism though. This is a difficult thing to operate when you're not used to it. Your first time working on Floyd Rose might be your last time working on Floyd Rose.
He doesn't mean playing it. He means like changing the strings.
That's what I mean, Billy. You change the strings on this thing. It's not easy. Like I made the mistake when I first got my first Ibanez when I was a youngster. Cut all the strings off. Boom. Everything went haywire. I was like, "What's happening?"
I feel like from physics, you should just be able to put the strings back on, same tension, and it should be at the same place.
And when you get it back on,
true.
Everything's wrong.
And then you read the crap. They're like, "Oh, you put a 9-volt battery and it's the perfect size," and then it just falls out and everything's perfect. It's all a lie.
It is.
Never.
It's like no. Once you get married, everything will be perfect.
It's great. It solves all your problems. No, I mean,
love every night.
I mean, I'm sure there are guys out there, and I know people who, they just no problem. They do it. They got it down. And
no, and we have a system too. And by we, I mean Sean has a system. He's gotten good. And you can do like the trick where you run this with the ball down this end, coming,
of course,
cut. That's like sort of the hack there. It makes it a lot easier to things stay. But this is if you're the dive bombing guy, it's great, girl, whatever you are. It's versus things are. That is the vintage Fender Strat Trem that Leo Fender came up with his team of brilliance.
And when he first named it the wrong thing, it's not Trem, really.
Yeah,
anyway, but whatever.
It's
your wiggle stick, as they say.
I love the wiggle stick. I call that ever since I met my British friends. It's the wiggle stick from here on out till the end of the times.
Your whammy wiggler.
The whammy bar.
I feel like isn't there another British name they call it? I feel like there is.
Let us know. I thought it was just the wiggle stick.
They do say the wiggle stick.
The joystick.
Another one. No.
The pleasure jockey.
I don't know. I mean, all these things are possible.
No, so this is set up with a series.
The wing bar.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You just made that up.
I did not. That's a thing. I've heard multiple.
That's offensive in some way.
Well, here in civilized society, yes, but over in the wild UK, no.
Oh, those people are nuts over there. No, so it's got a set of 3 springs. Usually you can put up to 5. But you can put as many as you want. You put 20 in there if you model it out.
4. I'm a proponent of 4.
That's weird. You like 4.
I like 4.
I think that's odd. I think
I like that touching the wood. I like metal on wood.
I have a little bit of float on mine, as you can see on that one, just a little bit, not a ton. That's more than normal. Maybe just I haven't set it up as
that's probably. I mean, like I think
spec.
Fender spec is 3 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken.
I do nothing by spec. I just do it by how I want to do it. Though.
The force. He uses the force.
I use force powers. Midi-chlorians is how I do. No, it's an ingenious invention. I can't believe they came up with it. And it's pretty much copied by every other company to this day. That's the most popular of all the Trem, vibrato, wiggle, joystick, wang functions out there. The coolest ones are yet to be seen though, because we have some on Gibsons.
I mean, they're all the non-functional ones, but still.
Yeah, they're really cool. I put that thing away. Grab the non-functional girl.
I'm gonna grab the Gibson.
Grab the Gibson, the Joy Gibson. This might be the one. It's a nice sort of like primer course for some of the weird zany stuff.
I'm gonna let you hold it.
You hold it, man. You do the thing. It's more fun. You hang on.
All right.
You explain this.
How nice this is.
That is a 1961 ES 355 stereo.
It's a very cool guitar.
Nobody cares about that. They care about what's attached to it there. Factory attached, by the way.
Maestro. Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. So the Maestro looks really cool. It looks
super
great.
However,
is it the best bridge system you can get? Probably not.
they're like, screw those springs. We'll just put this bendy piece of metal, and you just wobble it.
It's just a bent piece of metal. That's all there is to it.
Well, I mean, of course it's going to go back every time.
Does it cut down sustain? Maybe. Does it cut down your intonation? Probably. Is it perfect? Not by no stretch, but does it look cool?
I mean, I don't even want an SG if it didn't have that. I mean, I never want to use it. I want to keep it just like this.
Yes, it's amazing.
But I just want it.
And keep it back. Gibson has a lot of different trem systems. There's so many other ones.
Rolla,
which is cool.
I mean,
we can't touch on every one there. These are the big ones. This one was just more for giggles. You're not going to probably install this unless you're getting a Gibson custom shop for some reason, and you want that.
I mean, I have seen some videos where dudes are using them, and they're like, oh, I mean, because people will talk so much crap about the Bigsbys, and they're like, oh, I can't stay in tune, it can't be intonated. I with a good one, not a licensed by Bigsby, but a good one on a good guitar that's set up well, I've never had a problem. So maybe these are the same.
No, this one you can actually have, strangely, the most control. It has the narrowest
I can understand that.
Right? Because of the metal feel. Like, it has a very narrow breadth of wiggle and room to go. But you're really organically controlling it without the resistance of the springs or the Bigsby.
You get that.
It's a strange tension pull. I mean, you're probably going to go out of tune. But
I used to have this really weird, it was a de-armand Starfire, like kind of like a Gilder, right? And it had the giant D trapeze tailpiece, and I would just like shake that kind of like this. It didn't work great, to be honest, but
I mean, that's not playing the Strat, though. I don't even use the bars. I have my hand on the bridge so I can sort of push against or sort of pull slightly. I just don't like having the bar in there. It just gets in my way.
Now, there's some that we don't have. Like the one that everyone seems to really love is the one Duesenberg makes. It's supposed to be pretty amazing. Like a Bigsby on steroids kind of is my idea of that.
Duesenberg is a great guitar. It's a very cool guitar. It's unique. It's different. It sort of lives like Gretsch Gibson had a baby world, which I like.
Shit.
I mean, that might be it for Bigsby's Take One. We'll dig deeper. We'll dig diaper. Dig diaper.
Video one.
We'll dig deeper. We'll dig deeper into them if you guys so want to actually dig into like a trem per video. We can possibly do that.
What about how do you feel about people go, I'm not gonna do it on your guitar?
I mean, it'd be weird if you did it on this guitar. It'd be
just for no reason, no sound.
Like, you just broke like a really expensive guitar. It was weird. Cool. Like just bring the vintage ones out just to.
But are you like, do it, screw it, or you don't like it?
Do it and screw it. I say do it and screw it sometimes.
Yeah, it makes me a little nervous. I mean, I don't enjoy it. Like, I've done it with my own guitars, and of course on Fenders, but I've had people play my guitar, borrowing it, and then I see them on stage, and I'm like, that's weird that you would do my guitar.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would be really irritated if someone did that. That's like I don't know. It's like somebody having lunch with your wife, and then they just go to bed with her, and then they bring her back, and then
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I just borrowed it afternoon.
No,
I feel like if you just
don't like that as much now.
It's not saying playing it's the same, but bending the neck is a little bit.
It's
like a foot massage.
It's very intimate.
A foot massage is inappropriate.
It's very intimate.
I agree. I'm with the Pulp Fiction.
That's the line.
Yeah. Once you're touching feet, that's beyond touching hands.
Yeah. I mean, I knew Baxter 2 years before I touched his feet.
I like to tell my wife that Sean gives me foot rubs at work just because so I can maybe get some tender loving care. No. And let me know, and I don't think this is okay, we're done with the video at this point. Let me know if you think this is a cross line. So I was watching Too Hot to Handle the other night, which is a great show on Netflix. It's the latest season.
I haven't watched it.
It's a trash show where they're not allowed to have any sexual contact. But but sometimes you're allowed to, and you lose money if you do. But the guy, they're all players. They're all man or lady players. But the guy, he touches a girl's breast through the swimsuit, and I don't, and he's such a player. I'm like, that's almost like shaking a hand. For a guy like that, I was like, I wouldn't even be upset if I was his girlfriend.
Okay.
I mean, discuss. Let me know if I'm totally wrong.
I'm just gonna leave this one be.
You should leave it be. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm getting lost in the ethosphere. But thank you for joining us in our journey down Trem land, and get ready for movies. The final Dune trailer did just drop a few days back, and I watched it. If it doesn't make you want to see Dune, You have no.
Watch it today. I'm watching.
We'll watch it after this.
Okay.
You have no sci-fi heart. And
That's true.
anything else we got to see?
You're probably on the team of the AIs that are about to take over. If you don't want to see it, I'm just
true.
You're probably pro AI.
So go get your wiggle stick. Don't get your wiggle stick. They're fun. Your crank yanker. I don't know. I just made up new names. I think I would work.
Grip it and rip it. So they say.
I thought you were talking about something else. Thanks for joining us. Click like, subscribe, hit the bell. Peace be with you.